But it's really nice to meet you all. My name is Diana, and I've worked at Queen Mary for the last couple of years. So hopefully I'll be a good information resource to you. But if not, I'm always happy to follow up with the relevant teams to give you more guidance if you have any specific questions. Okay, so in terms of the university, we're a fairly large university. There's about 32,000 students that study at Queen Mary, and we're very proud that we are quite a diverse university. So there's about 41% of our students that are international, with 170 different nationalities represented at the university. I myself am part of the global engagement team. Most of us are based in London, but you can see that I have colleagues based in Pakistan, India, Malaysia, and China as well, and the States. So our main campus is in London, but we also have a campus in Malta, where we teach MBBS medicine degree program. But yeah, if you have any questions about that, we can have a chat about that later. So in terms of our history, it actually dates back to 1785 and beyond. We were the first medical college back then, but these days we are quite well known for various different subject areas. The reason why the university was established was to, was to kind of provide education to the poorer communities that used to live in Myland. Obviously, these days things have changed quite a bit. So in terms of kind of how the university is structured, we have three main faculties, and within those faculties, there's various different schools. Within those schools, there are various different degree programs that are offered. So we tend to do pretty well in most of the different subject areas. Definitely law is a standout. We are quite highly ranked in law, but other things such as computing, physics, natural sciences, linguistics, economics, as you can see, we tend to do fairly well in many different subject areas. In terms of rankings, we're 16th in the UK and 124th worldwide, and we tend to hold, within top 130, 140 worldwide year on year. I'm sure you are aware we are part of Russell Group universities, and we are part of various different kind of institutes. One of them is the Alan Turing Institute, which is the UK's National Institute for Data Science and Artificial Intelligence. We've seen lots more interest in the recent years in computing and artificial intelligence. That's really good for any students that are interested in computer science. I'll just quickly mention kind of the research. As a research university, I cannot not mention the research. So every few years there's a survey that is carried out, and in the last survey, Queen Mary's research was classified as 92% of it internationally excellent or world leading. We were ranked joint 7th in the UK for the quality of our research. So what this means for you as students and parents, it means that you'll be learning from kind of leading experts in many different subject areas. The intention with the research is to kind of change policies and make a very positive impact in the world. Okay, so in terms of our location, we are based in central London, pretty much. You can see the main campus there on this busy tube map. So the main campus is at Mile End. We have 3 other campuses in London, but one of them, Whitechapel, is focused on medicine and dentistry, and the other 2 are focused on postgraduate students specifically. So yeah, probably most of you will be studying on the main campus in Mile End. So that's the campus. We have accommodation available on campus, all the teaching facilities, restaurants, cafes, gym, library, all in one place. As soon as students step out of campus, there's 2 main tube stations. So it's very, very easy to get to other parts of London. Further up, you can see that's the Whitechapel campus, and a bit further up, that's the City of London, the financial district. So this means we have very good links with various different international companies in London. Many of our academics have actually switched from corporate life to academia, which means they still have very good connections with various different companies. And yeah, we are actually the only Russell group in London that is a campus university, which I think for undergraduate students specifically, it's very important because you do get that kind of community feeling. All the other Russell Group universities in London, like King's UCL, they're quite spread out around the city, whereas, yeah, we have that campus experience. I mentioned this already, so I'll skip that. But in terms of the accommodation on campus, we do guarantee accommodation to first-year students and foundation students. So you can see there's quite a few different kind of buildings to choose from. These are all either on campus or within really close proximity to the campus. In terms of the guarantee, we guarantee accommodation as long as students apply before the end of June every year. It's the same date every year, the end of June. And students choose us as the firm choice. So as long as that happens, we're happy to guarantee that we will give them a room on campus. There's no deposit to pay when students apply for housing. So I always encourage students to apply for housing anyways. And then once they get the offer, they can kind of make a decision on do they want to go ahead or do they not want to go ahead.
Sorry, Diana. I think the slides are not changing on the screen. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can you just stop and start again?
Oh, sorry. Okay. They were changing here, so that's why I thought, because we plugged it into the screen as well. Okay. So let's see, I may need some assistance. Have they changed now, Imran?
Yeah, it's not now changing. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Let me just try to switch again to the next slide and we'll see. No. Not sure why it doesn't want to. Has it changed for you now as well, or not really?
Not really.
No. Okay.
Now it's changing. Yeah. Now it's changing.
Okay, then no worries. So none of the students online would have seen the other slides, so sorry about that. Let me just quickly show you the other slides just so you can see. So yeah, these were the schools that I mentioned. You can see the slides there. And then this was the campus shot that I mentioned as well, which you can see here. And then this is the tube shot there. Okay. So yeah, have a look because I think there's a bit of a...
Okay. So you're just going to use this as your screen, okay? Could you?
Okay, yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Okay.
That should work now.
Imran, is it okay now?
Yeah, it's changing now.
Changing.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so we have technical issues there. Okay, so as I mentioned, we do offer accommodation guarantee to all students as long as you apply by the deadline. In terms of the costs, these are the costs. So around £6,000 to £9,500, which for where we are in London is actually really, really affordable. Unfortunately, students can't live with us, the whole 3 years. And most of the universities in the UK is the same case for most of them, purely because we don't have enough rooms to give all students accommodation for the whole 3 years. But I think, living on campus in the first year, that will really help students with kind of settling in. And then we have a housing team that can help students with accommodation outside of campus, and throughout the year they actually run different sessions as well, like information sessions for students. The good thing about London is that it is so big that there's no issues with finding alternative accommodation. Unless students leave it until the very last minute, then there might be an issue, but otherwise, yeah, there's always kind of options available for students. So you can find this actually on the website, and you can have a look at all of the different room type options available. But roughly like a single ensuite room with a shared kitchen is about £185 a week. Okay, and there's a couple of shots here as well from the campus. So these are the accommodation buildings. You can see we have a canal running on the side of the campus as well, and there's a park next to us as well. Just a nice mix. Any postgraduate students online? We don't tend to house postgraduate students on campus purely because, like I said, there is limited availability, but we offer accommodation to postgraduates in Stratford, which is literally a 20-minute bus ride or one tube stop away from us. Okay, that's Stratford again, so I'll skip that. So I have a few photos of the campus. I'll show you a few of the photos, and there's a few, I'll move this. There's a few, there's some information, sorry, about the actual degree programs and postgraduate programs on the slide. So have a brief look. So this is the School of Business and Management. Then we have the School of Biological and Behavioral Sciences. Something like psychology is very, very popular these days, but also medical genetics, biomedical sciences, neuroscience. So any of those students will be able to, well, we'll have most of their lectures and classes within them. Then we have the engineering building. Sorry, oh, oops. I just wanted to move this. So you can take a photo of that. Yeah, the engineering buildings. Engineering is very popular for us as well. We offer pretty much all engineering options apart from civil engineering. That's not on offer, but otherwise we do. Then we have the School of Electronic Engineering and Computer Science. Like I said, we've seen a lot of interest in computer science. We have launched a new program, computer science with artificial intelligence, but students can also mix it with management, with maths, or just do standard computer science. There are year in industry placement years opportunities available as well, so students can consider a year in industry. Then we have the School of Maths and the School of Law. This is the main restaurant on campus where we serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The food there is actually really, really nice, and it is pretty affordable again. So about £6.50 you'll pay for a big kind of lunch meal. Again, for London, that's pretty affordable, and it's very nice food. I'm only saying this because I actually eat there very often, and where I studied, the food was terrible. So this is very nice. Then we have main cafe on campus. Students can grab a quick drink or a snack. You often see students just sitting there having a coffee and chit chat or catching up on the work. We have the student union shop, kind of bar, kitchen place where it's a bit more lively in the evenings with music and things like that. And then right next door, there's the gym as well on campus. So students can join the gym. It's not free, but again, it's pretty affordable, between £15 to £27 a month. I pay more for my local gym outside of London. So again, pretty affordable. Okay, so this is kind of the main overview. What else can I show you? So I know we don't have unlimited time. I'm very conscious of the time, so let me just skip through. Okay, I'll show you this. So in terms of what students can get up to outside of the studies, we have lots of different clubs and societies. So definitely students won't struggle to kind of fill up the time. Obviously, they'll be busy studying, but there's lots of different clubs and societies they can join. Some of the students that I spoke to, for example, joined the archery club. Turkish students. I hear that archery is, some people do archery in Turkey. Yeah, he joined the archery club and he's never done archery, so he's enjoying that. But also spoke to a student that's doing law, and she's joined the debate club because she wants to touch up on her debating skills. So yeah, otherwise, whatever, you know, takes their fancy, they can join lots of different clubs. If students live on campus as well, there's lots of different events organized for students within the residences. So, you know, there was the Super Bowl, American Super Bowl thing. Yeah, so the residences team kind of arranged a separate kind of event space for all students living on campus to watch that all together. So yeah, things like that happen very often. Thank you, Mary. Okay, oh yeah, I'll finish on this. There is a Turkish society at Queen Mary too. We are fairly popular with Turkish students. I think every year there's about between 130 to 160 Turkish students joining Queen Mary. So for any students who are feeling a little bit homesick, there will definitely be an opportunity to connect with other Turkish students, but obviously they don't have to if they don't want to. But I'll finish on this because entry requirements really vary depending on each of the different programs. But if you are interested in the entry requirements for anyone who's online, it will depend on what school you have studied at. So we do accept the Turkish diploma, but it depends which school you've studied at. And yeah, I'll leave it at that. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask.